I kinda predicted the Paironormals. Let me explain. Through 2024 and 2025, I was creating a concept of a fun game called Celestial Composers. It was like racing monsters, but with creatures and concepts that I like. Something similar that Raul Zebra did to Harmonicas. And one of the concepts of monsters I was creating was the Jellied monsters. These monsters were like mythicals that appears on my magical islands of my game, but you can teleport them to an island of their own, the Jellied Island. But when they get into there, they become dark and creepy. I'll take this slug for an example. I made these drawings of how it could be. You can see it's white and shiny blue, with just a tiny bit of dark blue in it. I don't know what these diamond things are. But when you transport it to its island, you see that its eyes turn dark. And I didn't paint it, but the concept was the body would be dark blue and the dark blue things on the diamond shaped things would be white. So it was kinda an inverted version of it. But my singing monsters, 1 month later, we get a trailer for a new class of monsters, the Paironormals, with the first addition being Harriet. And guess what? On the prime dimension, Harriet is kinda cute. But in the mirror dimension, she gets really creepy, with black hollow eyes. Almost like as I predicted with my slug monster. Although it's not the same thing, it's really similar and kinda scary. But the predictions didn't stop there. Some months later, I created a prediction of the Bone Island Paranormal called Avis String. And although it's just reference to Ruby Gilman, you can see that the colors kinda match of the island. The sound was a string like Funk Prey and the element were Abyss. And although some days later released the Fairy Island Paranormal All-Esque, in Summer Song we got Arcorina, the Bone Island Paranormal. And the colors of Arcorina and my prediction are basically the same. And I know the colors match Bone Island, so it's not hard to predict their colors. But look at the eyes, they're basically the same thing if you really stretch it. So it was kind of a correct prediction, just the eyes I think. And I know, the element was far beyond what I was thinking. Until the last single Paranormal released. Some months later, we got Shimmer, with the elements being Deaths. And Deaths is basically the same thing as Abyss. So Abyss String predicted both Arcorina with the eyes and Shimmer with the element. How is that possible? Even the Death Sigil have tentacles like I drew in my Abyss prediction, even though the drummer is trash. But the story doesn't end here. In the beginning of this month, we got Galinch, and I love this dude. I love this silly fella. So I drew him. But below the drawing, I made another paranormal prediction. This one have the Hoax and Depths element, and it's a squid that turns upside down in its Maya version. And yes, it was inspired on Malamar. But I write what kind of sound I wanted it to make, and it is organs plus bells. And guess what? Last month we got Raxon, and guess what sound it makes? Bell sounds! And although I didn't write on my drawing, the bells was those creepy bells that plays in scary music in church and things, and Minor Waxon does exactly that sound. Even though I predicted the opposite elements of what they have, it still counts as a prediction. Half of it. So yeah, I kinda predicted the Paironormals. Obviously nothing is 100% accurate, but it's a prediction. It's not true, it's just what I thought will happen. And I almost got it right. This was a fun video I wanted to make and share to the world my predictions. It was a fun video I made about a funny thing that happened to me. Comment down below if you predicted some little thing of the Paranormal Carnival too. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Share it with your friends, and until we meet again,